From the KATC Weather Lab, here's Rob's forecast.
Welcome back. Well, cool air on the way, but as always on Labor Day, we're always talking about when that first front is going to arrive, and that's going to be about tomorrow night, so good news there. But we're always watching something in the tropics, and that is certainly the case tonight. We'll talk more about that right now. Let's take a look at the big picture as we look at the water vapor imagery in the upper level pattern. Got the tail of two ridges here and then an upper level trough. That's going to be coming down from Canada, and that's going to bring in the cool air to the Gulf of Mexico, and it should eventually allow Irma to move north, but the question is when. And then we have a little bit better idea tonight. In between these two ridges of high pressure, we're going to have that trough that dips down, and then it's going to weaken, but that should still keep a path of least resistance over toward Florida down the line. So Sunshine State, trouble ahead more than likely. So as we take a look at our local weather, we'll talk more about Irma in just a bit. Pretty quiet across the area with generally fair skies. Did see a few spotty showers streaming across the area today, but overall quiet this evening. Now we're watching the tropics. There is a little bit of a disorganized area, disturbed weather in the western and southwestern Gulf of Mexico down toward the Bay of Campeche. We're not expecting any rapid developments down here, and if something develops, it's going to stay down here because we got that front coming down, and that's going to keep anything that would develop in the Bay of Campeche sandwiched down here at least for a week. If anything were to develop, maybe a slow northwestward move into Mexico down the line, but no major concerns with that right now. Now, in addition to Irma, there is another tropical disturbance that may develop. There's about an 80% chance of that developing and following in the tracks of Irma as we go later this week, but eventually way too early to tell where that's going to go, but looking like an Atlantic system for now, but some crazy model output with that system as well. Here we go with Irma getting better organized, colder cloud tops encircling an eye that has been wobbling around, but as we notice, this is a 6-hour loop. Irma moving almost due westerly now. The latest hurricane reconnaissance did find 144-mile-an-hour surface winds on a dropson, but the official number right now is 140 miles an hour. So here are the particulars with Irma. 140-mile-per-hour sustained winds. It's moving west at about 13. Pressure pretty low at 943 millibars, but this is set to more than likely strengthen over the next hours, overnight tonight through tomorrow morning. Hurricane warnings for the northeastern portion of the Leeward Islands. Hurricane warnings now for St. Thomas, St. Croix, the U.S. and British Virgin Islands, and also for Puerto Rico. So as we put this in motion through tomorrow, the storm goes perilously close to the northeastern Caribbean, near Category 5 strength. We're just 6 miles an hour shy of Cat 5 tomorrow, going into Wednesday morning. Here's Wednesday evening, and then we move into Thursday and Friday, and the forecast track has been nudged just a little bit to the north away from Cuba, and we do think there's going to be a weakness that develops. So the bottom line, though, by Saturday evening, hurricane conditions could be possible for portions of the Keys, South Florida, and then as we look at the hurricane models thereafter, here we have this ridge of high pressure and going to continue to nudge Irma on a west-northwestward trek. A stronger ridge of high pressure will be building over us with that cooler air as we go through the weekend into next week. Another blocking ridge off to the north, so there's only one way to go, and that's going to be a weakness right here. We think it's going to go generally up the east coast with time. Still not out of the woods for the Gulf of Mexico, but feeling a little bit better with our chances with this storm staying over toward Florida, but still early in the game for this particular system. So let's look at the European model. This is the 12Z run earlier today. Again, this is a model representation, not a forecast, but it is awfully close to the National Hurricane Center forecast with a turn to the north. So South Florida under the gun going into next weekend for sure. Again, not just one model projection, not a forecast. And then we have to take into account there could be interactions with Cuba, the mountains of not only Cuba, but also the Dominican Republic, because it's going to go close there. And then the question is when and where does that northward turn occur? And we think that's going to happen going into this weekend. So we'll watch it for our friends to the north, and then I'll be on alert. Carolina's on northward, but also Georgia, perhaps as we get into the Florida Panhandle as well. But it's going to be rough for our friends off to the east. For us, it's going to be nice and quiet, fair skies through tomorrow morning, partly cloudy tomorrow afternoon, maybe a pop-up shower. Here comes that front That passes through around midnight tomorrow night, give or take a few hours with little fanfare. We won't see the winds really getting blustery until, say, Wednesday morning when it turns breezy, drier, and less humid. So temperatures tonight probably closer to the mid-70s. I think the model a little cool here. The same for tomorrow. Upper 80s to lower 90s. That heat index will be pushing the upper 90s for sure. Then tomorrow night it's going to feel a lot better, even though temperatures still in the lower 70s, upper 60s to the north. But we're going to have that north breeze. So feeling good. And then as we go into Wednesday, these are close to the daytime highs, low to mid 80s with comfortable humidity. So a quiet night tonight, late summer night for sure. 73, 74 the low in Lafayette. Then for tomorrow, we'll see temperatures warming up to about 91 for a high. We'll say one last warm one with an isolated afternoon shower possible. And as we go down the line over the next 5 days, much better weather toward the end of the week. It looks like a stellar weekend on tap as well. Comfortable humidity, lots of sunshine, and overnight lows in the window opening range of lower 60s for Thursday and Friday mornings.
We've been waiting for that.
Yes,
Thanks, Rob. Still ahead here tonight on KATC, we have the latest